Economy. Nigeria sitting on a time bomb. Things may get worse till 2026. Primate Ayodele warns Tinubu. Seer and spiritual head of Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Babatunde Elijah, adds to his credit a catalogue of fulfilled prophecies. These include the current political state in Chad, the Togolese constitutional amendment, the coup against Ali Bongo as Gabon's president, warning against increment in Nigerians' VAT and stamp duty, the current legal crisis that Nigerian ex-CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele is faced with, the economic hardship being faced under the current presidential administration, among several others. In this interview, Ayodele speaks on what Nigeria and the rest of Africa should expect. Nigeria's military should build 3 towers to curb the incessant killing of military personnel and to help end insecurity in the country. ISIS, Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda are working to form a formidable network to attack the nation's military convoys and formations. Their moves to attack some sensitive places. The military must rise against them for them not to happen. They must be watchful and careful. The military must carry out airstrikes and cleansing in the locations where these terrorists are lodged. One of the top second in the command of Boko Haram will be arrested. There will be a rise in kidnappings in the country, which will unsettle the military. The following states should be under serious security surveillance: Kogi, Kaduna, Sokoto, Yobe, Benue, Taraba, Nasarawa, Adamawa, Niger, Imo, and Anambra. There will be disasters as a result of floods. This will render many people homeless, thereby creating panic and tension. The government must do something about it very urgently to avert it. We must pray against attacks on our refineries. We must also pray against gas and tanker explosions in the country. We must pray against the collision of airplanes. Let them keep all our airports safe against fire outbreaks. We must protect all our universities. The African continent, there will be moves to construct inter-regional road networks to create free trade zones in Africa. Also, another coup is possible in Africa. Burkina Faso must be very careful. Mali must be very careful. Gabon must be very careful. This is because of unexpected coup attempt. In Chad, the president will make advances to remain in office for a very long time beyond what is allowed. He will take over the sectors of the country. He wants to become a life president. The military will rise against him. The Togolese president, Faure Ezozima Nazimbe, will go for another term in office. There will be political tension in Togo. In Benin Republic, there will be confusion on who to pick. But the president will pick someone in his cabinet who will take over from him. If he picks someone in his cabinet, not an outsider, then the election will be tough for the opposition parties. A close associate of the president will be up against him. The coming election in Benin Republic will shock the opposition. Let us pray not to lose any president or former president in Africa. We must also pray that no president will be incapacitated. Some nations will experience natural disasters. The president of DRC will have tough times ahead as a result of many political tensions. This country must be very careful. We should pray against natural disasters. Politics. Peter Obi is not ready to be Nigerian's president. His plans to be president in 2027 are not intact. There is no certainty that he can be president in 2027. If former Vice President Atiku Abubakar decides to run on PDP's platform, the party will lose. Only a new presidential candidate from the PDP will take the party to the next level. The Northerners will gang up against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Northern region will be divided about Tinubu. A sitting governor will decamp from the PDP if the party is not careful enough. Let us pray against accidents and attacks on governors' convoys. Not all Tinubu's cabinet members will finish their terms in office. Some of his ministers will be removed. We must pray against death or explosion at the villa. We also pray against protocol breaches at the villa. Also, there will be no political tension in Taraba. Nsømb should leave Governor Fubara alone. It is not his war because God is fighting for Fubara. Also, there will be no political tension in Taraba. The current governor will take the state to greater heights. God is with the governor of Wårñs APC will experience more crisis. Not all the governors will finish their term in office. Economy. The exchange rate between the naira and the dollar will not go down despite the work being done at the moment. Nigeria will still borrow money despite the huge debt profile of the nation. China will take over a part of the economic governance of Nigeria. This government should go into agriculture. Many states will collapse under the weight of the proposed minimum wage. Nigeria civil servants should not be deceived because the government cannot pay a minimum wage of 120,000 naira. Let them fight against hunger in the land. The price of a bag of rice cannot be reduced to 30,000 naira anymore. The government must fight against hunger, famine, and food scarcity. The truth is bitter. The president is refusing to listen to the truth. Let him look for people who are proactive and ready to work. Our economy is not smiling. Telecommunications. I have seen another indigenous telecommunications trying to start operations in Nigeria. This is meant to compete with Globacom. Globacom will have several challenges. There are moves to knock Globacom out of operations. Despite all these challenges, Globacom will remain a leading telecommunications company. Here, the company must be careful. Mobile will retrain some of its workers. Airtel will be penalized. Meanwhile, the government will increase VAT on telecommunications. There will also be an increase in the tariff paid on telecommunications. And these are a series of prophecies given by Primate Ayodele Elijah concerning the Nigeria government. Don't forget to like this video, comment under this video, and subscribe to this channel to get more news from this channel.